call that radio. You call that radio TV. No. You call that radio TV.
This is You Call That Radio.
This is You Call That Radio. We're about to go live to Bristol for Lady Nade, and I'm absolutely buzzing for this one. This one is for a few of you's requested that we get her on the show, especially James. Shouts to James who did ask a few times, and it's an absolute honour to welcome her onto the show. She said yes. This is the new album that is coming out soon, third album from Lady Nade. Just before we start, shouts to Angie, who's on the show earlier. If you didn't see that at 2 o'clock, then you should check it out. Very funny poet and writer. We talked a lot about seagulls as well. So excited for you to see that one. Also coming up this week, tomorrow, we have Chris Tate, the poet writer. Then we've got Glasgow underground rock royalty, the Primevals. They've been rocking it out since 1983. Absolutely buzzing to have those guys on the show. And then we've got the English working class Celtic folk punk band Ferocious Dog on Thursday. And then I'll be followed by You Call That Politics Education, which is Jim Monin. And I've hosted a special guest doing a panel discussion about education. And but yeah, I think we can go live right now to Bristol. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very well. Thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
It's obviously we're in strange times just now, and you've managed to make an album, and has that been an easy process? Was it good to have a bit of time to work on it, or how did you find the writing process? Because I'm literally recording an album just now, and I've been I was struggling for a bit, but now I'm kind of getting into it.
Yeah, it's the difficult third album. Or should I say it was the difficult third album. Well, it was meant to. Well, it's sort of spoken, talked about like that, isn't it? But actually, it was a breeze. I enjoyed the process so much. Lockdown, actually, the stillness of lockdown gave me so much time and energy to focus on the writing process. And normally that's being squeezed in the middle of shows and traveling and all sorts, really.
I think that's why the main issue with second and third albums does come from the fact that normally it is bands that are on the road, and bands that are on the road aren't really living in like a real life at all. It's kind of just a strange existence of show to show. So that's great that you managed to get a bit of time. I mean, did you have quite a lot planned for 2020 live wise?
Yeah, yeah. I just got back from live shows in Taiwan with a company called Cirque Bijou, who are a circus company. And we did a run of 21 shows to 10,000 people a night, in Taiwan, and then I came back to I arrived. Well, actually, I had a mini tour with Kit Halls and Erin Catlow, who are a folk act. In the UK, so had a week of shows with them, and then I was in Paris. I Eurostarred it to Paris for some shows with a French singer-songwriter called Brissa Roger, and all the while we were about to go into a global lockdown, and I just remember. After hearing, I was a bit out of it in Taiwan because there was the time zone was completely different, and also these shows were so intense. So you kind of got up, you went on set, you were there. My mobile was off. I didn't really. I was focused on the shows, and there was talk that there was a virus, and there was I wore a mask on my way, but nothing as serious as I think we thought it was going to be.
Am I right in saying that Taiwan's one of the countries that dealt with it the best? I think that they might have had the lowest.
They had 4 cases.
4 cases, wow.
Was the last update from the group chat.
Yeah.
So,
so 10,000 people. I mean, what's that like doing? I've did that once, but it was as a cameo for someone else's set. So it was quite scary, sort of hyping yourself up. But because I only knew that I had to do one song, it was like you could just enjoy it. There wasn't really the pressure. How does it feel? Did you just feel like it's almost too many people to get your head around? Like, do you know, it's like you can't see everyone.
Yeah, it was a bit like that, and because I was it was a bit like your experience, because it wasn't Lady Nade shows. It was a circus production for the Taiwan Lantern Festival. I was in a team, and it was a part of a massive show with fire and aerial artists and umbrellas, and my I didn't feel like the limelight was sort of on me and it was all down to me. I've really felt part of a circus show, and it was great. It was great to interact with a crowd that massive every night and get the whole crowd like clapping when we were warming up. And when the circus acts were arriving on the set of the show, as the night went on, I was really nervous to begin with. As the shows went on, I got more comfortable, and the interaction with the crowd then became a lot easier, and I started to really not.
It was nothing. Just another day at the office. 10,000 people. Wow. Well, I think what we're going to do just now is just play a little tune. So if we've got any new people that maybe aren't aware either, they just tuned into Call That Radio and they want to hear your tunes. What I've got set up first of all was the Last Dance video. So could you just tell us about that song and the process of making the video?
Yeah, so Last Dance, on the one hand, is a song about sharing a dance with your love at the end of the night, but perhaps wondering whether at the end of a long life, the final dance is with that same person. The process of the video, I worked with a filmmaker called Agatha Jackson. And it was great fun. She single-handedly shot the whole video, and we worked together for a period of year on my Safe Place album. And we wanted to we set ourselves a challenge, which was, shall we release a music video once a month to coincide with the songs on my Safe Place album? And she was just getting into filmmaking, and so we just set ourselves that little challenge, and we did it just her and I. And this one is one where I got all my fans involved as well. So all the people in the video are all fans of mine, which is just so lovely to have happen.
Brilliant stuff. Let's check it out just now. Great video.
Under the starless sky, your heart beats close to mine. Your heart beats close to mine. You're still the one I want, even after all this time. With you I still get excited. I've never known how to hide it. Save your last dance for me. You won't be disappointed. Save your last dance for me. I love you more than you know it. When I look in your eyes, I know you're right for me. I know you're right for me. It's in your kiss. It's in your kiss I find everything that I need. With you I still get excited. I've never known how to fight it. Save your last dance for me. You won't be disappointed. Save your last dance for me. I love you more than you know it. I'll be your morning star. I'll be your wonderwall. We can make it to the moon. We can go far. 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 So save your life, save your life. Save your last dance for me. So save your last dance for me, for me. Save your last dance for me. You won't be disappointed. Save your last dance for me. I love you more than you know it. So save your last dance. So save your last dance. Ooh. So save your last dance. So save your last dance. Ooh.
Yeah, no respect in the respect to the man like Mark. They love what the man a talk on the radio. In case you never know. You call that radio, radio. Call that the radio, radio. You call that radio, radio. Call that the radio, radio. Come and say, in the my name, oh, just go with the flow. In the my name, oh, just go with the flow. So till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Boom. Lot of mercy. Yo. You call that radio, radio. You call that radio, radio. Come and say don't you be another man, I'll go lose your head. Say don't you be another me say and lose the head. Me say radio, radio. Call that a radio, radio. Straight from out of Glasgow, Glasgow. Straight from out of Glasgow, Glasgow. Nice enough on the studio, studio. Come and say in my name, oh just go with the flow. In my name, oh just go with the flow. That till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. No radio, radio. You call that the radio, radio. Them man I give you miss a lot of subject. And them a thing a man you can't object. So don't you ever come and disrespect. I love and respect in a every aspect.
We are live from Bristol. I believe we are in Bristol tonight.
Yes.
Bristol's amazing. I've been, and it's weird that obviously festival season is normally such a busy time for myself, but the last festival I went to was actually Downs Festival in Bristol, August 2019, and that was the first, the last, and the only time I was there, and it definitely lived up to the hype. I loved it.
Yes, there's some stuff happening on the Downs actually this year, social distanced festivals. And I was asked to be a part of some of those shows. However, I have some exciting things happening, so I won't be able to commit to doing any of those this year. But yeah, I love Bristol. I love my city. And where else are we tuning in from tonight?
Where else is well, I'm Glasgow. I know that we've got, who else we got in? We've got Sharon's in the house. She says, save your last dance. I cannot wait to dance. And I still want to go to Bristol. So Sharon's in the Kingdom of Fife. So we've got Fife in the house. We've got Ali, who I believe is East Coast Edinburgh-ish.
Oh, hi, Ali.
Edinburgh, correct me if I'm wrong, I think around just outside Edinburgh, but East Coast of Scotland. We've got Alan, who's south side of Glasgow.
Hi, Alan.
So let us know anyone else is tuned in where he's at. Also, if you're watching it on Facebook or Twitch or Twitter, then you need to join us on YouTube, because this is we're going to go just onto YouTube for the rest of the show. So I'll put the link in the comments, guys. The Kingdom of Poland, we've got Thomas from the Kingdom of Poland, Zapolnici. Okay.
Amazing. Hi, Thomas.
So yeah, Thomas is doing. He nearly booked us for stuff in Poland last year. I think Poland was quite lucky early on. They didn't have too many cases, so the festival nearly went ahead. But I don't think it's going so well for Poland just now, sadly. But yeah,
the videographer that I told you, the filmmaker, my friend, she's Polish, and she did actually just manage to travel to Poland for work.
Yeah.
Again. And she's due back actually any day now. But yeah, Glasgow actually. I'm writing with a singer-songwriter from Glasgow who you might know, Bill Hewardine.
All right, okay, yes. I don't know personally, but yeah.
Yeah, we're writing some material together, so that's one of the commitments that I'm excited about.
Have you played Glasgow before?
I have. I've played at the St. Luke's.
Oh, St. Luke's, great venue.
Yeah, it's a lovely venue, and I was supporting Yola, who you might have heard of.
Wow, that's incredible. What was that like?
It was really lovely. It was a really lovely gig. It was really nice to support her on her UK tour for her Walk Through Fire album. And she's like a big sister, and she's really championed Black artists, and she really has been a massive support in terms of being a role model and someone who's been championing all of my releases and getting behind them.
It's amazing. And when did you first decide that you or knew that you wanted to be a live performer? Were you always just into music and then started writing? And how did that come from being a music fan to being a music performer?
Yeah, I didn't actually have any confidence at all to become, and I didn't think I was going to be a live music performer. I was actually persuaded to attend group singing lessons with a friend of mine who really wanted to become a live music performer, and she nagged and nagged and nagged me, and I gave in and I said, okay, I'll come along. but I can't promise I'm going to continue to do this. And she actually hated the experience, and I loved it. So then I had to nag her to come to keep on coming back with me. To do.
Did she know that you were? Did she know that you were a great singer?
No, we were too young to sort of maybe at a young age people realize their potential, but for me, I wasn't there with a mindset of I'm a singer and this is what I want to do. For me, singing with a group of people was so therapeutic, and I just loved this sort of feeling of being part of a community, and so that's what I was getting out of it, and that's what I continue to get out of it in many ways.
It's probably a really good way to start if you are a bit shy and lacking confidence, is because when you're part of a bigger thing. So you think that, I mean, that if it could have went a completely other way if you'd maybe tried to do an open mic night yourself once without having those experiences beforehand?
Yeah, definitely, because through attending these group singing lessons, I was then picked up by Bristol Plays Music and offered mentoring, and that set the stage for me to then be confident enough to go and do an open mic for the first time. And I was actually sick. I ran to the bathroom and I remember puking, and my legs were like shaking. So maybe it got me there. It helped to get me there. And then I had my mentors there, and they were like, "You can do this." And I remember just singing at the Old Duke open mic, Eddie Martin's open mic, and just to my absolute surprise, I was clapped. I wasn't booed, which is great.
Thinking, I'm going to get booed. That's it. Your mind does play tricks on you, though, doesn't it? It's like, what is the worst that can happen? And it's like, I get a stage fright, and it seems to be weird because it doesn't seem to happen with any rhyme or reason to it. It's like just sometimes you just feel particularly anxious, and I don't know what it is your brain is thinking is going to happen. It's going to be fine. You know, the worst that can happen is you can just be, you could have done better. You know, you walk away going, I could have done better there. But your brain's telling you, oh, they'll boo you, they'll hate you.
Yeah.
You're going to be, but that's amazing. And then fast forward a little bit, and you're playing to 10,000 people with fire and aerial acrobatics and umbrellas, I've heard as well. So
it's amazing when you think back.
St Luke's is a nice venue for gigs, says Alan, and I'm watching you on my phone, listening on my DAB Bluetooth speaker, so enjoying it. Sharon also said that we should feel honoured because she just switched Mark Riley off. Well, we do feel honoured, Sharon.
Oh, thank you. That is an honour. Thank you for dedicating your time to tuning in with us.
It's always appreciated, Sharon. And Tam's just got the bus to Bristol. Well done. Tam's switched from Facebook to YouTube, which is what everyone should be doing now. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch or Twitter right now, get the bus to YouTube. I've put the link in the comments. By Facebook, by Twitch, and by Twitter. Because it's just better. It sounds better in YouTube. It looks better in YouTube. So that's why we do that. So yeah, we're now we're alone with the YouTube people. It's exciting. We've got this album to promote here, which is available to pre-order just now at the Bandcamp page. I'll put that link in the comments as well. And what is there a common thread or a concept that goes along with this album?
There is actually. It's songs about stories of love and relationships and lost and found, and especially being in isolation. So yeah, and relationships are a common subject for me to talk about. But yeah, it's a bit of all of those things.
And What about the first two albums as well? Just to talk a little bit about them, because they are available on Spotify and stuff like that for people to check out. And I take it, obviously, we're wanting everyone to buy the music on Bandcamp first and foremost. But if you can't afford to, or for whatever reason, Spotify's a good place where you can hear lots of great music that's already been released.
Yes, definitely. If you can afford to, then Bandcamp is the way to support me. And my first, to talk about the first two albums. The first album I released was an album called Hard to Forget. And that's on Bandcamp. And that's 10 songs, or did I write 11? I've written so many songs now. And no, it's Safe Place. Safe Place has got 15 songs on it, and that's on Bandcamp too. And this will have 11 songs on. But if obviously we're in a pandemic and people have lost, their homes and their livelihoods and all sorts. So if there's one thing that you can do today, and it's completely free, is you can go and pre-save my single "Willing" that is out on the 23rd of April, and I've actually got a pre-save giveaway. So if you pre-save it, you could actually win a pair of clay earrings. So I actually have right here. They arrived at my studio today, so I could actually show you them.
Well, this is good. Can I put the exclusive banner up for this one?
So they're from an independent designer called Tickety Lou, and she hand makes these. Oh, exclusive. And you can win a pair, and all you have to do is go and pre-save my Willing single, and the single is the title track of the album, so you can win yourself a pair of beautiful clay earrings.
Amazing, and that's all about by pre-saving on Spotify. So what you want to do is go on to Lady Nade's Facebook page. And it's a share thing as well going on.
Yes, depending on what platform. I've helped. Depending on what platform, there's different ways in which you can enter. And here's the earrings. That you could win. Cool. I realised these were just an extra little gift, so sorry you can't have those ones. But you can win these ones.
Go to facebook.com/Lady Nade. I'm looking at the next song. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's from the live version of Ain't One Thing from the UK Americana Awards. What was it like playing that?
Oh wow! Well, it was a complete surprise. The nomination came as a complete surprise. I hadn't campaigned to get a nomination, and I was at the nomination YouTube ceremony, and my name got called out, and I was like, It's just like, I was like, what? I was just like, it's completely unexpected, and. I wrote Ain't One Thing. I'm fiddling with these earrings. I'll put them down. I wrote Ain't One Thing and released it in September. And it's as a tool for body positivity. And I've been going through for many years like shame around having stretch marks and sometimes like mental health is not something that's really visible, and it was driving me to the point where I wouldn't go out or show my arms and get really self-conscious. And I just had to sort of, the pandemic just gave me some time to really think about, self-love and practice self-love and do some mirror work and look at myself in the mirror and appreciate my beauty and appreciate what my body's gone through and appreciate my stretch marks as part of life. And stretch marks is not something that I see a lot in or saw a lot growing up in mainstream media. So it was really hard to associate that with beauty. And I decided enough's enough, and I put on a bikini for the first time in my whole life. And I took a photo and I said, I'm going to release this song, and I want to, the shame that I'm experiencing ends now. And what was really, really lovely is I just had so many messages from people that had experienced the same. And this gave us all a really lovely boost. And we all together and have continued to is celebrate our bodies and our appearance, like regardless of our ability and size and gender and race. And then this nomination for the song came, and I was just so overwhelmed, and I'm so grateful that this song has resonated in so many positive ways. That's exactly what I wanted it to do.
It's an absolutely cracking song. I'm going to play it just now. Check it out.
Ain't one thing that I would change about you, babe. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, baby. Ain't one thing that I would change. You're so damn perfect in every kind of way. Your beauty shines both night and day. Won't you come a little closer? Lay your sweetness down. Let me love you in more ways than one. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, babe. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, baby. Ain't one thing that I would change. You're so damn wonderful, a dream I've dreamt come true. I feel alive when I'm with you. Won't you come a little closer? Lay your sweetness down. Let me love you in more ways than one. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, babe. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, baby. Ain't one thing that I would change. Your eyes, the way your body moves as you take to the floor. You got me feeling high, higher than I've ever felt before. Won't you come a little closer? Lay your sweetness down. Let me love you in more ways than one. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, babe. Ain't one thing that I would change about you, baby. Ain't one thing that I would change.
our children to take their place in the economies of the 21st century. How do we do that? Given that we can't anticipate what the economy will look like at the end of next week. Every country on Earth is trying to figure out how do we educate our children so they have a sense of cultural identity and so that we can pass on the cultural genes of our communities while being part of the process of globalization. How do you square that circle?
You call that radio?
Makes coherent sense.
I should call that radio. We are live with Lady Nade. Oh, wrong one. Live with Lady Nade. And some nice comments coming in. There's James. A round of applause from James. And it's James that actually introduced me to your music. So thank you, James.
Oh, thank you, James.
And I think he's Bristol somewhere as well.
Awesome.
Big ups to the Bristol Massive. Stunningly talented, says Alan.
Oh, thank you so much, Alan.
What a voice, says Mary.
Hi, Mary.
You're so beautiful, says Sharon.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. That's very, very nice of you to say.
It's an amazing song, and I think we're going to have an exclusive quite soon as well, which is the new single. When what date is that coming out?
Yeah, so the single is out on the 23rd of April, so not this Friday, next Friday, I believe, but I'm still sort of getting my head around what day it is, if you know what I mean. It's just like...
Do you know, it's weird that it's now the 20th, Fridays are now the release date. It changed at some point along the way. I remember it was Mondays that the new songs came out. When you go to the shop, you get a new entry. And now it seems like the whole world's decided to release on a Friday now. I think it's a Spotify thing, I'm not exactly sure, but that's where everyone's updating their playlists and their release radars and things like that.
Yeah, we were gonna maybe release it on a Wednesday because we were thinking the same, like everyone's releasing on Fridays. Should we
throw a spanner in the works? Should we just throw a spanner in the works?
Yeah, exactly. But no, we thought we'd follow the sheep.
That's exactly what we just done. Minerva Wakes just released a great album on Traffic Cone Records, and that was the same conversations we were having. It's like, well, if everybody's releasing it on Friday, how about we throw a spanner in the works, release it, and we'll be the only new thing that day. And like yourself, we got scared and went, maybe they're all doing it for a reason. It seems like everybody is doing it, from underground to the most famous artists. So yeah, but I think I'm going to give it a wee shot next time. I'm going to release a single this month, so I'm going to do that on a Friday, and then I'm going to release another single a few weeks later on a random day. And see if it makes any difference. But you can't really tell because it could just be that the other song's better, or you've promoted it better. So you never really know, do you?
Oh gosh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. It could be that as well. Oh, it's so difficult.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Name dropping. Sharon saying that I'm name dropping. I did name drop Minerva Wakes, and that means I need to press
the name drop.
You call that radio?
Yeah, that's it's there for our own safety. If anyone doesn't do a name drop, and I did do a name drop there, so I did name drop Minerva Wakes. So that was for you, Sharon. Speaking of name drops, so is there anybody in Bristol, or even just out with Bristol, that you just think deserves a bit more attention, that maybe we might not have heard of, that we should be checking out?
Yes. Oh, I realised that I must have done a name drop earlier than when I said Boo Hurdy.
Yes, you did.
The name drop.
You call that radio?
Right, okay, I think that's just, we're caught up. We dropped our names and we picked them back up. And we're ready for the next name drop. So, yeah, just then maybe people that we might not have heard of. I mean, I'm obviously interested in what's going on in Bristol, but I know that you do tour a lot, so you might have just came across something cool on your travels that we might not have heard of.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure if this person's in Bristol. So I'm not sure whether to mention them and use up the name drop. I'm not sure if she is. I want to say Rizzy Palmer, but it's hard. I'm not sure if she is in Bristol. But she's an amazing singer that I've discovered. She does a podcast on Apple Music and does a playlist called Colour Me Country. I'm just having a look to see if she's actually Bristol based or not. I can't say that she is, and I can't say that she isn't. For all I know, she could be based in the USA.
Rizzy Parsons, did you say that? Sorry,
Rizzy Palmer. Is that spelled? Yeah. RISSIPALMER.
Okay, got you.
And yeah, she does a Colour Me Country podcast, and highlighting artists of color in the country genre.
Yes, I'm following her, so I'll check that out.
Oh, yeah.
So amazing. So it's certainly just worth checking out her podcast. You're going to constantly be getting sort of introduced to new music. 'Cause that's my favourite thing right now, especially, you know, when there's been less gigs. I mean, also you discover people at live gigs all the time, and live music was a thing. I don't know if you remember that, but we used to go to shows and the people would play in front of you. But I suppose the next best thing is right now is just sort of seeing what else is out there. Because
definitely. I'd also mention Misty River, but she's London. She's London based.
That's fine.
Yeah, she was going to be supporting some of my shows, but because of social distancing measures, it's going to be tough doing support acts. So to be able to mention some artists is great. And there's Els Bailey, who's also Bristol based. And she's a singer-songwriter in the blues and Americana scene.
Amazing. And what with regards to live gigs and stuff, I mean, what's your thoughts on it? Are you still booking gigs just now and just hoping for the best, or because I mean in England anyway, they seem to be a lot more optimistic that shows are going to be going ahead. I mean, I think that you said from June the 21st onwards it's going to happen.
Yes, and my team and I are super optimistic, and we have some album release shows booked. So I've got a Bristol show, social distancing, happening on June the 19th, 18th, the Saturday. I told you I wasn't great with my dates at the moment, but these are dates that I should know. And then I have a London show on the 17th of June. Let me just have a look at my diary because this is ridiculous. I can't remember the dates. So London on the 17th of June, Bridport on the 18th of June, which is my album release day, and Bristol on the 19th of June at St. George's. And those shows are all on my website. And then, so we're optimistic. The people are booking. There's limited tickets left. Actually, we're almost sold out. So we're really optimistic. If anything changes, obviously, we'll just move the show. But at the moment, everything's sort of planned to go ahead. And I'm also going to be playing Black Deer Festival in Kent. And I'm going to be playing Valley Fest, which is in Somerset. And I'm also going to be playing Manchester Folk Festival in Manchester. So I'm really, really optimistic about gigs and live music starting back, and really excited about especially my album release shows. And I'm so grateful for my fans who have been on this journey with me. Who would have thought we would have been together through a pandemic? But I really can't wait to see them.
It's going to be emotional, isn't it?
It's going to be emotional live in person. It's been great doing stuff online, and it's going to be to be in a room with them again. I just can't wait, and it's definitely going to be emotional.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm just imagining it.
Getting emotional now.
I know, just imagining the people singing, having fun, Wow.
I don't know if we will be allowed to sing though. I tried to get people to sing at a socially distanced festival like last year and I got told off.
Yeah.
I hadn't realised because of the
Particles, aerosols.
Yes. And then I was like, why aren't you? I was thinking, why aren't you singing along? And then someone was like, yeah, about that.
Cut. Don't do that. Well, I mean, hopefully, as the summer progresses, then hopefully, fingers crossed, the vaccine just keeps getting rolled out, and there's no random new mutation, and maybe, because I mean, I think that obviously once we've got certain age groups and vulnerable people are all covered at least, then it doesn't mean that people can go out at their own risk a little bit more, and there's going to be less strain on the NHS and stuff like that. So I'm quietly optimistic. I have stopped building my hopes up and stuff, but I'm just quietly optimistic and looking forward to some sort of thing. But right now, I'm just excited to get a haircut on Friday, and maybe and then the 26th of April, I'll be allowed a draft beer. So my expectations are that low just now. But fingers crossed for all the good stuff. You mentioned just a moment ago about St George's in Bristol, and I've actually got a video lined up from that. Could you tell us a little bit about the venue?
Yeah, actually, the backdrop behind you of me is actually on the roof of St George's, and it's
I now know where you are because that's the cathedral.
Yes, that's right.
I was in there as a tourist taking my picture of the Banksy, painting and stuff like that. So I kind of get a rough idea of where you are there.
Yeah, it was a really funny shoot, that one actually, because it'd been booked for the photo shoot, but I hadn't really anticipated the roof and what that meant, and it was just like, oh yeah, to get on the roof you've got to climb and climb and climb and go up several steps, and
scary.
Right.
You scared the heights?
It suddenly dawned on me, like, I'm so glad I'm not scared of heights, because this would have been a really bad idea. And then we climbed up like these ladders, and it's like got an old building inside, and then it was, and then like bars, and then we climbed up bars, and then the steps just became thinner and thinner and thinner, and then we finally got up onto the roof, and it was like one of those days where it was just like the wind was just blowing a force. And I got attacked by a bee as well whilst I was up there. The bee was just like blowing in the wind, and I've got a bee phobia, and it was just what that image does not show. Oh, the wind and the bee, and my hair was just like blowing again. We were trying to get like this shot, and it was freezing as well. It was February, and
really well.
Yeah, thank you.
Bee in sight. Tell us about a bee phobia.
Yeah, I know that they're just sort of bees are friendly, and we need them, and I wouldn't wish a bee dead. But I've got this colour as like a bee, isn't it, right? Yeah. And I'm vegan, so I'm all about saving the bees. But I'm terrified of them, and wasps even worse, because I think wasps, they really have it out for you. I think that they actively sort like you out for trouble. I
think it's the unlimited sting changes the game a bit, doesn't it? It's weird that I remember when I was young at school and stuff like that, everyone was quite scared of the bees. Nobody knew, we were kids, we didn't know the bees were good, but just obviously going to festival, there's just so much love for the bees these days, but wasps don't seem to be pulling their weight as maybe the bees do.
I think there's I remember reading something about all the different types of wasps and how incredible they are for their different things that they do. But I don't know, I've just got this phobia, and it's not. I don't think I've ever been stung, but you see, That's good. There's nothing bad about that now, there is there?
No, there's nothing bad about that. I got stung by a wasp for the first time about 4 years ago. I'd avoided it my whole life. And I got stung by a wasp at doing the Rabbit Hole Festival. And, and it was sore, but it was okay. But then somebody told me, "Oh, cool, you'll be fine. Have you been stung before?" And I went, "No." And then they said, hopefully you're not allergic to it. I was like, "What?" Cheers for that. So I was a wee bit scared for a bit. Then
well, that's it. Yeah,
it was fine. It was okay. And I got stung again the next day that same weekend. So I think that once they get a sense of you, I think that's it. But
that's something that's very clever about them that I read. I forgot, but now I've remembered. Is that if you try and attack a wasp, it sends off a message to other wasps around them, that the wasp is in danger, and they will come for you.
A little text message.
Yeah.
Because it's quite the sound of a text vibration. Yeah, it's strange that animals seem to have these kind of 5G networks, 5B networks for lack of a better word. And especially with the way birds fly together as well, that's just not really been understood or for science properly at all. Like, how do they do these incredible swarms together at the same time? Some sort of collective consciousness.
And if you're running, if you see a swarm, you shouldn't run. You should stand still, because the swarm will attack you. What was that film where the little boy dies? My Girl. See, we know the dangers.
We do know the dangers, but
actually, to be fair, wasn't he kicking a bee's nest?
I think he kicked the nest. I think he brought it on himself. But you're saying to me that if you were to be attacked by a swarm, you would just stand your ground?
Me personally, no, because I've got a phobia, so I get stung all over running away. But that's what I've been told.
That's some good advice.
Or read, but you can read anything on the internet these days, so don't quote me. I don't want to be responsible with the season, with the summer coming up. I'll have loads of messages, like, not that many people find themselves surrounded by swarms of
disclaimer, we are there's no expert advice here. This is just some things we have read on the internet. Alan started following you on Spotify and liked your Facebook page, so it sounds like Alan, save the single, share the status update, and you might win those clay earrings. And Alan he's won before on this show. He has won the mug. You call that radio mug? He's done that before.
Oh look, they go with the earrings. So what?
Yeah, actually at the match, don't they? They do. They're quite a good combination. And also, Alan won You Call That Radio T-shirt the other day as well. So,
well done, Alan.
Dedicated. Alan, he's on. I think he's on form. I think he might win the clay rings. So we're going to go to. That's cool. That takes us to the next live video, which is the venue that you're standing on the roof of. So is this a good place to perform live music at? I take it.
It is. It's a great venue. And the song that I performed in the venue is called Complicated, and it's about grief, which we all know isn't a straightforward thing to feel. And we've had a lot of loss happen during this pandemic, and this song sort of recognises that grief is never straightforward.
Brilliant. Let's check it out just now, and it's Complicated, and live from St George's in Bristol.
So grab your tickets, Pete.
And I'll put a ticket link in the comments.
Was it fate that brought us here? I miss you. it's so complicated. It was fate that brought us here. It was love that brought us near. I miss you, dear. Oh, your hands, your hands. I'd miss your hands, but it's so complicated. But it's so complicated. But it's so complicated. But it's so
All systems go! Ignition.
What is that? Oh shit, what is that?
Get your traps.
Who you fighting?
I have 4 dogs in my backyard. I'm constantly pumping those dogs, man.
It's good that people are getting banned up again because we've not had enough of that. We've not had enough of that. We've not had enough of that. This is a democracy on You Call That Radio. 3, 2, 1.
Your call is very important. Please hold.
You should call that radio. We're live in Bristol right now with Lady Nade.
Hello.
Absolute brilliant tune. Absolutely love that. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to end with an exclusive new single that will be out on the 23rd. So that means I can use the exclusive banner, which I'm very excited about. And you've got I've put the link tree. I think that's what you call it, link tree. Everyone's got a link tree all of a sudden, which is quite good. It is handy, innit? Saves you typing out like 50 different things every time you do a post. So,
yeah, for anyone that doesn't know what Linktree is, it's this amazing new app that allows an artist or anyone really to put a series of several links on one platform, and rather than having different URLs, in different places.
There's just too many social media platforms. It gets a bit too much at times, doesn't it? You've got to be everywhere. And now everybody's tell me you need to be on TikTok now, where it's all happening apparently. But I've just got to draw the line somewhere, and that's why even like I've not even got an Instagram for You Call That Radio. I just thought, well, there's my Instagram page, and if people don't like You Call That Radio updates on it, then they just need to unfollow me because I can't keep up with it all.
I get at least 1 or 2 new invites a week in my email about new apps, but I probably will. Oh, that's some percussion. I am a fan of TikTok, but I got rushed and I had my phone stolen when I was in Manchester recording, and so I haven't got I haven't got the means to be on TikTok because I'm waiting for to get some funds to get a new phone so that I can be on there again, which is why I need your help even more So
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, right?
Go to Bandcamp and support the new phone fund.
Need a new phone so I can make funny videos. That's why artists make albums, isn't it?
So did you get into it? Were you making funny videos on TikTok before?
I did. I just started to, because when and recipes as well. When I'm not singing, I'm in the kitchen experimenting with food. I actually made a cake. I was actually experimenting with cake. So I have this like cake here with me. It was a bit of an experiment. I'm not going to show it to you. But I often pair food with my songs. So I was going to start to do a little bit of like, kitchen cooking and like, videos on how to make my recipes.
What is it? What could you give us your recipe of the week?
My recipe of the week is, and this is what I've been experimenting with, is vegan coconut and date cake.
How long have you been a vegan for?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. It seems like there's just a lot more options out there for people now. It was
my whole time
it was a lot more difficult. Even 10 years ago, it was quite rare for vegans, just because there was just very limited options. But even Glasgow right now is definitely caught up. There's lots of really good vegan restaurants and stuff like that, and I'm sure Bristol seems like the kind of city that's always kind of ahead of the game for stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing to think that being vegan was proved so difficult for eating out, considering like veg grows, and fruit and veg, grow and should be really accessible. But yeah, there has been a real but for many years, I suppose, limitations with our usual, places to shop. And unless you have garden and you can grow your own and had access to, kind of being able to look after and maintain your own allotments and stuff, then actually being vegan, and going to eat out and going to the sort of supermarkets was actually not that accessible. But now it is. And, even when I went to Taiwan, and I thought, oh no, it's going to be really difficult. I found vegan communities there, and I ate really well every day, vegan food. And in Bristol, there's like veganism is a massive thing, and there's lots of amazing restaurants and supermarkets and groceries. Grocery stores sort of help,
One last question before we play the
fruit.
Veg grows. If you're watching this on Twitter, #veg grows. Just remember that it grows. You can actually just grow it. It's fine. It's not. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be chips all the time. You can grow vegetables. And we've got last question that I'm going to ask you before we play the exclusive, which I'm excited about hearing for the first time. Is imagine the bold Boris Johnson made an announcement and said, as COVID's finished, we've cured it, it's all gone. As of tomorrow, things are going back to tomorrow, and we're appointing Lady Nade to welcome back the good times. So you've been put in charge of curating your own gig. What venue would it be? I mean, it doesn't need to be in Bristol, it could be anywhere. What venue would you choose, and who would you want to be on the bill alongside yourself for that big comeback gig where people can just like hug and sing?
Oh my gosh, that question is a really good question, but one that I have not prepared for.
No.
I suppose I would say, that's such a. I guess I want to.
Put you in the spot here.
There's so many venues, and I feel like I'd be.
You'd not be faithful to the. You could name a couple. You could maybe do a festival.
Yeah, can I do a festival?
You could do a festival.
Okay, great, cool. So festival, Queen Square, Bristol, and I'd invite all my mates round. So I'd have Emily Barker, who's Stroud based. I'd have Austin Lucas come along, who's currently in Germany. I'd have my sister Yola come fly in from Nashville. Yeah, I would have a massive party in the park, and it would be absolutely amazing. Cocktails, live music, and I'd bring in a little bit of that, a comedy. So I'd have like a live comedy. My friend Chris Arnold do some stand-up comedy, and I'd bring in some of that circus life, which I absolutely love. So we'd have
fire,
still walking,
the
fire,
acrobats, the umbrellas,
tightrope, all of it, big shebang. Fireworks, actually maybe not fireworks, because I don't, it's like I think about,
the dogs.
The dogs, and it being eco-friendly, so sustainability. So let's just get rid of the fireworks. But we can
lighters in the air. Have lighters in the air.
Well, there's gas. There's gas to consider. Sorry, I'm putting a pooper on the party. It's got to be eco-friendly, sustainable, and we'll do a lot of swaying.
LED lights, or just a big screen.
If anyone's got any ideas on how,
if anyone's got any ideas,
yeah.
How much is it for a ticket? Is it just free? Is that just free entry?
Yeah, just donations if you want. Donations. But this is all about us coming out of the pandemic and us being together again, and that for me is priceless.
That's exactly right, priceless. Have you dyed your hair, Mark? No, I think it's the green screen's maybe doing some stuff to it. I just need a haircut. It's been a long time. I got a half a haircut.
I've just been growing. I've given up.
Yeah, well, my problem was if I just let it grow, it might have been better, but I got a half a haircut in November for a music video, and then I just thought, I'll get it fixed in December or January, and then obviously they just banned hairdressers for a few months. So, but we're back. I'm getting a haircut on Friday, so it's all good. Sharon's definitely going to go to your festival, your hypothetical festival.
Awesome! If you're coming, then you can come and play. I won't.
Yes.
You can, and we can have a little tent for haircuts just for you.
Haircut tent. A draft beer and a haircut, and I'm happy. Glow sticks.
I'll take requests, for this. I want it to be shared. I want it to be. I like community, and I always like making sure that everybody, dreams are coming true. So,
well, I happen to know a few community workers who said that the community, what they actually want, is dog shows where dogs do tricks.
Yeah, let's do it. My manager has this amazing dog called Lily.
You basically you let the sort of the normal dogs just go after the superstar dogs. Well, they're all lovely dogs, but some are just a bit more experienced performers than other dogs.
I want a dog. I've often thought about a dog, but then I just think it might be cruel to take a dog to do what I do.
Yeah, travelling all around. I mean, I think that's it. I think there's lots of people that are getting dogs during lockdown because just of the loneliness. But
yeah,
then it's like when things open back up, will you be wanting? I'm sure that
I hope so.
Yourself, you'll be travelling again. You're going to be. You've got a lot of gigs to make up from that you've missed in the last year. Are glow sticks sustainable? That's what I would like to know. Is there a way to do glow sticks right?
I think if we just use our if we sway, then it's good energy. It's good energy.
Good energy, that's all we need. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I'm going to put the link up one more time, so if you want to support the new phone for Lady Nade, go to ladynade.bandcamp.com, and that's where you can hear the back catalogue. You can also pre-order the new album that will be coming soon. There is a single out on the 23rd that we're just about to hear exclusively, so I'm going to put the exclusive banner up. And I've also put the link tree in the comments, so you can follow on Spotify, like on Facebook, and all the other stuff. So, thank you very much for joining us tonight, all the way from Bristol. I will hope to get to Bristol soon. In fact, you know, one of my quietly optimistic is I'm looking at Alabama 3 are playing Bristol in July. So, I'm kind of hoping that can happen.
Amazing. If you come, give me a shout. And I will hit you up when I come to Glasgow. And,
absolutely.
Yeah, great.
You come up to Glasgow, there's loads of really good Scottish independent festivals as well. I don't think any of them are happening this year, but hopefully next year. A dog raffle, Colin said.
Is this a win a dog?
Yes, I don't think it means win a dog. I think what he's saying is the dog draws the raffle or something.
I see. I thought it's like, didn't want your dog in lockdown? Don't worry.
Yes, you've won a dog. It's one step up from a goldfish at the circus. Listen, I've had my dog for 2.5 years. I wasn't accusing you, Sharon. I wasn't accusing you of having a lockdown dog. I know that you love Rudy very much. You love Rudy the dog very much. Way before a pandemic. And so, amazing stuff. I'm going to play this song. Could you just give us a little introduction to this song then and what it means to you?
Yeah, definitely. This song is a message of acceptance and loyalty and friendship. And also, all too often, we try to be the person that we think people want us to be. But this song is a celebration of who we are.
Amazing stuff. Thank you very much, Lady Nade, live on You Call That Radio. All the best with the single and the tour and everything.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is an exclusive, and hopefully it will play. I'm playing it from Google, so it's. I might need to download that actually. I'll download it.
Or try the MP3 one because some are they're different size files because they're exclusive. You see, they're not out.
It is exclusive.
Yeah,
it's exclusive. So we'll find out here. Sorry, I've uploaded that one, so I'm just going to put that in my Dropbox. While we do that. Just give one more plug to all the things coming up, and I will play it off my Dropbox.
Yeah, thank you. So pre-save my single that I'm releasing on the 23rd of April, and there's also a giveaway. You can win these fabulous earrings by a wonderful independent designer called Tickety Lou. So you'll be supporting a local business, an independent designer at the same time as supporting me. That's the first single that I'm going to be releasing on my new album, Willing. And the single is also the title track of my album. And the album is out on the 18th of June. You can also pre-order the album on Bandcamp. So that's the second way that you can support me if you like. And I have album release shows, one in Bristol, one in Bridport, and one in London. And if you would like to join me, then tickets are available. You can visit my website, ladynade.co.uk. And if you are more of a festival goer than an intimate social distance gig type goer, then I am playing at the Black Deer Festival and Valley Fest and Manchester Folk Fest this year, fingers crossed, with as much optimism as possible. Oh, and if you... Sorry. Obviously, as we said before, I don't want to put anyone in a financial, stress. If you'd like to just use one thing today that's free, just to pre-save, and just go and follow me on my social media and tell someone about anything that you've heard that you liked.
And you can just like this video. You're watching on YouTube, you can just literally hit the like and leave a little comment saying that you enjoyed the show, and then that means more people, the algorithms will tell more people about the wonderful music of Lady Nade.
I don't know where the links are, I'm just going to point all around.
The links are here. The links are here. They are here. There. And there. And the link tree is in the comments already, guys. We've got a confession. It's hands up to the lockdown dog. I think Kirsten got a lockdown dog. I'm sure you'll look after it post-lockdown as well, though. That's fine.
And if not, you know where to come for the raffle.
And the dog spins the wheel. So what Ali's talking
Oh,
about.
I like that idea. That's a great idea.
We had a raffle so we do like a big gig from a venue every couple of months and we live stream it. It's really cool. Capture Works do a great job of just making it look good. And they actually, this is the wheel. I'll just show you quickly the wheel. It's cutting edge raffle technology we used. There's never been a raffle like it. And I just thought I'll show you quickly what the wheel she's referring to. So if the dog spins the wheel, I'm sure you've got dogs that could spin a wheel. This is what the wheel looks like.
Yeah, I've seen some. So, wow.
Yep. And you just sort of push that button at the start, and you just boom, it
That's
picks
great.
a number from our very generous patrons, because this show is completely supported by no sponsors, no ads, just the patrons. So thank you to everyone.
Go
that
you,
support
go
the
you.
Patreon. Thank you guys, it's amazing. And
It's
there was
amazing.
one more, James, love from James. Kirsten's laughing. I'm sure you will love your dog post lockdown. I hope that's not a laugh. With a guilty conscience. Love hearts from Sharon as well. I think we're ready now to play the song. It's exclusive. That's why the exclusive banner's here. It's out on April 23rd. Thank you very much. And but something went wrong.
Oh, I love this.
Here we go. No. Connect apps. Oh,
Maybe I should just play it.
Do you want to just play it?
Should I play it live?
Yeah, play it live.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Now we're
grab my
talking.
guitar.
It's a sign. Okay. It's a sign. Due to technological gremlins, we are now going to get an actual live session from Lady Nade. Unprecedented, unplanned, impromptu. I'm excited for this.
I just had a moment where I was like, "Oh, it's lucky I was actually wearing some like a decent bottoms, because sometimes I've done this like in my pajama or like depending what time it is,
pajamas,
and you sort of just get your top half ready." And I was like, "Oh, that was lucky."
Doesn't get any better than that, says Tam. He's excited. Amazing. It's an impromptu live set. Live from Bristol, Lady Nade.
Just tuning up. Sorry.
Okay, well, I'll just talk. Tomorrow we have Chris Tate. I'll mute you while you're tuning up, actually. I'll mute you. We'll come back to that, and we'll come back to Lady Nade in a little second. As she's tuning up. You're watching You Call That Radio TV. It's a busy, busy week ahead, and this is what's coming up. We've got so we did that, we've done that. Angie Strachan was brilliant earlier on, by the way. If you didn't catch that, watch that after here, after the show. Chris Tate, the poet and writer's here at 2 o'clock tomorrow. The Primevals will be here at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Some rock and roll legends from Glasgow. They've been doing it since 1983. I'm really excited to hear their stories. Ferocious Dog is 7 o'clock, a great Celtic folk punk band we were on before it did the rabbit hole. Amazing live band. And then You Call That Politics with Jim Monaghan, where the focus will be on education. Last week, the drugs one was amazing last week. We had a really good panel, so I'm excited for that one. And Captain Hot Knives open mic next week. I'm excited for that as well. And I think... We're ready?
Yes.
We are ready.
Okay.
Live from Bristol on You Call That Radio TV, it's Lady Nade.
Thank you so much. I pre-warned you I had a bit of an accident with my finger, so I cut it when I was making my coconut and date cake. But here's Willing, exclusively. This is the first time I've played this exclusively live. Well, it's not the first time I've actually played it exclusively live, but since announcing the release. Okay.
I will stand by you willingly,
Got to take these headphones out. I think the odds are against us trying to do this. how to act. Ain't gonna tell you what to do. Ain't gonna tell you should or shouldn't do. I'm here with an open heart, willingly, ain't gonna tell you how to act. Ain't gonna tell you what to. I actually have just forgotten the lyrics because the headphones just was like getting in my way. Should I just start again? I don't think that tonight is the night for this
start
song.
again. It is the night. It's the night tonight, isn't it?
I can't even hear you because my
start
headphones.
again.
Sorry, my headphones were just getting all
Cool.
tangled. Oh, I'm trying to start again. Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah, just go for it. Just go for it.
Oh, all right. I'm hoping that it's just gonna. I'm just gonna forget about the headphones. I will stand by you willingly. I will comfort you willingly, Ain't gonna tell you how to act. Ain't gonna tell you what to do. Ain't gonna tell you should or shouldn't do. I'm here with an open heart, willingly, ain't gonna push you till you break. Ain't gonna plant a single doubt. Ain't gonna question how you're feeling. If you want someone who'll listen, I'm listening. Silence is the loudest reply. We'll stand by you willingly. I'm here with an open heart. I'm here with an open heart. I'm here with an open heart,
Thank you very much. Mark McKinnon saying, well, late tonight, we need to watch the start. Lovely voice. Amazing. Thank you very much, Lady Nade. Go and check out all the social medias. Support the Bandcamp. Get a new phone fund. And follow on social medias. Thank you very much. Great to hear you doing it live. Amazing
Thank
stuff.
you. Get me on TikTok.
Get on the TikTok. Thank you, Lady Nade. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. See you soon. Thanks for having me.
We're back tomorrow at 2 o'clock for Chris Tate and 7 o'clock for the Primevals on You Call That Radio TV. Bye.
Tune in to this quarantine stream. Call that video.
about
You call that radio?
Here to tell the people that we hear you. One God will not allow.
You call that radio?
Hopefully you want to see it.
You call that radio?
You call that radio?
However you want to say it, that's kind of part of the fun.
Powered by our patrons.
Brothers and sisters.